Recording in progress.
Aloha and welcome to Food Forest University. Why do we call it Food Forest University? Because a forest is a unit of biodiversity. So it's a unit of diversity, a university. And it's a place where I have been studying nature for over 10 years. And I invite you to join me in studying the beauty of a unified natural system at Food Forest University. So, in a forest, it's a community of widely diverse species working as a unified system to grow food for each other and us humans. So, we're not associated with any public or private university. This is a community of food forest co-creators using ClickSlow as our platform for learning management and website hosting to provide people around the world with a safe and fun place to learn how to grow food forests in their yards and communities. A food forest is a small or large home garden designed like a wild forest, in that all life forms are part of the community. These biodiverse ecosystems abundantly produce a wide variety of foods year-round. The big difference between a natural or wild forest and a food forest is that you get to choose what grows in your food forest. You get to choose what trees you love to eat the fruit and nuts from, what plants you love to eat, which flowers you love to grow, which herbs you want to have in your garden, and which craft supplies are valuable to you. So one of the differences about a food forest and another garden is the soil in a food forest is full of life forms, such as fungi, worms, insects, and microbes that all have their roles to play in the healthy system. And the sunlight catching leaves of plants are cleaning the air, conducting water into the soil, and creating carbohydrates to share with the soil dwellers, the animals, and us people too. So the animals plant seeds in the garden and they drop them or poop them onto the soil. And as animals eat the growth from the gardens, they poop out a partially decomposed form of the plant, which gets incorporated into new garden growth. This is nature's recycling system. And because food forests grow in these living soils, we get vibrant, consistent, and ongoing streams of nutrient-dense fruits, nuts, veggies, and herbs, and craft supplies, fragrances. And according to the latest physics findings, we are a holographic fractal of the universe. And the way I see it, a food forest is a holographic fractal, and each plant is a unique holographic fractal of the universal creation. So I see us as humans that we are designed to live in and manage food forest gardens, like the Garden of Eden, like the Amazon food or rainforest, they call it, but I think it was a food forest. Okay, so instead of killing the soil biota, as we all know, we put sometimes pesticides and herbicides and things on the soil to kill all those soil dwelling life forms. But that is the source of authentic plant food or fertilizer. So introducing lab-made chemical compounds into our soil, although it's a valiant effort, it can be done without all that work just by encouraging the soil life and tapping into that inherent stream of infinite abundance. So you can grow food forests in virtually any climate you live in. There's a guy, Sepp Holzer, who grew his food forests on a mountaintop, an alpine mountain in Austria. and was very successful there. You can look him up. Also, Jeff Lawton and others have grown food forests in the deserts. I've seen many videos on regreening the desert. So that is definitely possible. And so you can adapt your climate. A food forest can adapt to most climates. And many people already grow them everywhere around the world. And so if we are not tapped into that yet, this is our opportunity, my opportunity to help you tap into this lifestyle. The reason I put this together is that I've been living on a food forest and co-creating with it for over 10 years and taking notes and having a wonderful experience of living with nature. It's been very reassuring and makes me feel that we are part of the divine order, and it's just a wonderful experience. So I've gone to great lengths to record all my findings and the lessons that I've learned from the trees. And I'm anxious, or not anxious, but I'm hoping to share them with you. I'm hoping to help as many people as possible tap into the stream of infinite abundance, because I want our children, our children's children, and many generations to come to be benefited by this simple intelligence of growing gardens like nature, imitating natural gardens. It's really quite fun, and it's easier to grow a garden this way than any other hardworking, efforting way. So in the courses that I'm offering at Food Forest University, and those courses, there's 7 courses right now, and it's going to continue. I'm going to continue to keep adding new courses, and eventually I would like to bring in guest teachers as well. But for right now, it's all the stuff that I've recorded so far over 10 years, and it's what I know. So if you are starting at the very beginning, I can help you get up to 12 years ahead of that by sharing what I've learned so far. And okay, so you'll learn to plan a garden that grows in your area so you can have access to fresh, nutrient-dense produce practically for free. And this is an amazing thing. Food forests are low expense. You don't have to put a lot of input into it. You don't need a lot of machinery, a lot of time. In the beginning, you will be putting in, initial things like planting your trees and bringing in some mulch and those types of things to get it started. But as each year goes by, it's like one of those wonderful things that just gets better and better and better with time. So, and you'll also learn that many of the weeds in your garden are already there to help. Nature's intelligence is amazing. There's so many connections between what we don't even know we need. Like, say there's a plant like a dandelion that's putting its deep roots down, pulling up minerals from the soil and helping open and aerate the soil, giving food to people and animals, and actually the little soil life forms that attach to the roots. So these are all purposeful and beautiful plants. And in this course, we learn about the different plants. We learn to identify them and figure out what they're there for and how they're helping us. And then once we know that, we can use those plants in the garden, or we can replace them with other plants that we prefer to have. But it's giving you a lot more power as when you know what's growing and what that plant is all about. And it's easy to do that in the modern world because we have the internet, we have so much information about different plants and their characteristics. So we definitely need a fresh approach to eating food, knowing that our bodies perform best when we eat a wide variety of living in season food. And that has been harder and harder to find, but there's no reason for that when there's food forestry around, because we can all start growing food forests that can live for generations or decades and maybe generations, depending on how the future goes. But so in this course, you will learn to grow on-growing streams of food, medicine, and craft supplies in your yard. You'll begin to leverage the power of nature's infinite abundance in this guided 8-step path to creating ongoing streams of free, nutrient-dense fruit, veggies, herbs, flowers, and craft supplies. You'll learn to use your food forest produce to create healthy hair and body care products, natural household enzyme cleaning, natural household ecoenzyme cleaning and fertilizing products, pain relieving products. You'll learn to store water in your soil and more. So you're going to be saving money on those types of items. You don't have to buy them in the store. I'm so excited to share food forestry with you because it requires much less effort and much less growing space, because we stack the plants in levels of height as well, not just in one layer across the ground. We have tall trees, we have shorter trees, shrubs, flower and herb layers. We have underground growers, we have fungi growing. So in 1 square foot of land, we have, all of that height as well as just the square foot. So you can grow these gardens in small spaces, and it's all about being creative and fun with your space. And food forestry also benefits the earth's soils, air, water, and the diverse species of wildlife that live on our planet. Food forests need less water as they tap into the essential mycelial support system underground that traditional tilled garden plots can't do, because they destroy the underground soil food web, the mycelial networks. So those networks are important for supplying nutrients. They take nutrients from the plants, they share them with other plants. They're also underground. I'm not exactly sure if they're bringing up water as well, but I think they could be doing that. But they are an incredibly important part of the garden. And when we do all these weird gardens with spraying things and putting things in boxes and metal bins, it's not the same. The plants need to be tapped into the soil food network. So, and food forestry also benefits the earth's soils, air, water, and the wildlife. And let's see, okay, yeah, so they need less water as they tap into the essential mycelial support system underground. And as a result of eating nutritious produce, we get to restore our health and proper weight to our bodies while spending less money on groceries from stores. Because life expands fractally through roots and stems and exponentially by producing seeds, I wrote the book, Our Path to Infinite Abundance, Introduction to Food Forests, to share how I calculated the return on investment from planting a romaine lettuce seed, and I discovered that the growth curve on the return on investment approaches infinity over time. And you get the first return of 999% return on your one seed. So you get 1,000 seeds in only 3 to 6 months. So it's the most amazing return on investment on the planet that I have ever seen as an accountant for 35 years. Usually if you're in the stock market, you might get 6% to 8% if you keep your money in the market for 30 years and if you stay lucky the whole time. But this blows that away. This is the best investment that you can make, growing a food forest. And you're also blessing future generations. So Let's see, food forests grow many foods in a small space, of course, because the community is based on the layers and their heights. And so there's a level for every plant, and there's all kinds of different food growing in a space. And food forest sounds like food for us. So I like to say that, food forest, food for us. You can say that out loud if you want. Okay, my friend, your food forest is waiting for you to plant and grow something you love. Each time you eat your free food instead of buying food from the grocery store or restaurant, you save money. It adds up to substantial savings. And when you save water in your soil, you save on a water bill or using up your water supply by having a lawn or ornamental plants. The food forest is full of useful plants. So now is the ideal time to take your journey to infinite abundance with Food Forest University. You'll have access to the course from any device at any time. You can ask questions and make comments and get a response from me throughout the course. Once you learn these steps, you'll know how to create food forests and help others create food forests. This course is your key to gaining food freedom, health freedom, and financial freedom. This course's full price is $144. And if you can't afford to pay for the course, you can take 100% off by entering the enrollment code enrollment 100 or the coupon code enrollment 100. And you can take 33% off the price for our new celebration, grand opening celebration by typing in the coupon code CELEBRATE. And you can take 50% off the course by entering the coupon code 72. And I just ask you to please pay what you can afford, but I definitely want you to take the course if you're interested. So click on the button below, which takes you through the checkout process, and the system will email your receipt. In a separate email, the ClickSlow system will send your username and password to your account, along with a redirect link to get you to the course. So to get instant access, click the button below and go through the checkout process. And I look forward to guiding you through your journey to growing an infinitely abundant food forest garden. Thank you.